Michael Basie Johnson is quoted as saying, "Your voice is the most potent magic in existence." Healing is a matter of time, but it is also a matter of opportunity. That is a quote by Hippocrates. Healing is something that you simply can't rush. It really takes time to heal properly. It takes awareness. It takes honesty. It takes being open. And that is what this micro podcast is about. It is about healing and bringing tools together, such as journaling and podcasting, to help facilitate the healing process. Have you ever wondered what it takes to bring a vision for healing and connection to life? This isn't just a micro podcast. It's the story behind my dream. Welcome to The Healing Pen and a Mic. This episode is all about setting the stage for the Healing Pen and a Mic journaling and podcast workshop, as well as the interviews that took place on October 4th of this year. It was such a beautiful experience. The Healing Pen and a Mic workshop really offered a space for meaningful reflection and personal connection. It gave attendees an opportunity to see and experience the many ways that you can share your story. The workshop was designed to help participants explore sharing their feelings, experiences, and reflections through journaling and a companion podcast. This workshop was a community event for individuals and families, including their caregivers that have been impacted by cancer. And when someone's going through cancer, it can feel very overwhelming. It can feel very uncertain. But during those times, I found with my own experience that it's a time as well for exploring and finding emotional solace, as well as nurturing inner peace. My name is Talaya Dendy. I am a cancer doula, board certified patient advocate, health and wellness coach, and also a 14-year cancer thriver. My experience with cancer has informed the work that I do today. My experience also helped to bring to life the Healing Pen and a Mic companion podcast and workshop. I was so honored to have the opportunity to facilitate the workshop, and it was just such a life-changing experience to be able to connect with people who were open to learning and experiencing additional tools and strategies to facilitate their healing. The Healing Pen and a Mic workshop took place at the fabulous Molly Center in St. Paul, Minnesota. The Molly Center is a wellness hub and a community space where people can come for exercise classes. They can come to different community events. There are spaces where small business owners can have their offices. It's just a great community hub that is centered around entrepreneurship, wellness, and of course, community. To learn more about the Molly Center and all of the wonderful things that the center has to offer, visit themollycenter.com. The Molly Center's mission and vision is to return economic prosperity to North End, Rondo, Frogtown, and surrounding neighborhood communities in St. Paul, Minnesota. The Molly Center helped to provide a welcoming and warm space for the Healing Pen and a Mic journaling and podcast workshop. My partnership with them was foundational, allowing me to offer this free, welcoming, and accessible environment for healing and connection. I am so grateful to the Molly Center. Thank you for helping me to create a welcoming and warm, inviting atmosphere for people who attended the workshop. The Healing Pen and a Mic was sparked by my love for journaling and podcasting. I wanted to find a way where I could bring the two together to help facilitate healing for others, particularly people facing cancer. I know the power of journaling. I know the power of using your voice. I know the power of podcasting to help reach masses and share powerful information. I also wanted to do somewhat of a live podcasting event. Typically, when I'm doing podcasting, it's in my home, in my office, but I wanted the opportunity to be able to go out into the community and record interviews live. So, this workshop gave me the opportunity to do that as well. The workshop's core mission was to bring together journaling and podcasting for emotional exploration and voice amplification in the cancer community. I wanted people to be able to share their stories, also practice the powerful healing of journaling. Many people are not aware how journaling can help to release a lot of the emotions, a lot of the feelings that we are holding and that can potentially be holding us back. I learned through my cancer journey that really getting serious about journaling and emptying all those things out opened me up and allowed me to receive all the good that I deserved. It allowed me to expand the way that I thought about things, the way that I saw things. It allowed me to capture important times and learnings that occurred during my cancer journey. I still journal today. The folks that attended the workshop were able to experience a nurturing space, a journaling kit where they were able to write, draw. They also received a very nutritious and refreshing lunch. They were able to connect with other people who were going through cancer, either as a cancer patient, survivor, or caregiver. And it was such a beautiful thing to see everyone engaging in guided prompts in peer connection. It really helped to foster empathy, reduce feelings of isolation that typically accompany a cancer diagnosis, survivorship, and caregiving. I'm so grateful to have been able to offer the workshop at no cost to attendees. And I would not have been able to do that without the awesome grant of St. Paul. When I received the news that I would be awarded this grant to host this unique workshop, it felt like the universe was saying yes to my dream and to my idea. The grant really validated that this was important, that this was needed, that this is a way to help people heal. Despite my excitement about having the awesome foundation pour into my vision and my dream, getting the word out and encouraging signups was tough. It was tougher than I imagined. And it really taught me a couple of things. Initially, I wanted to have like 20 people sign up for this event. I had created space for 20 people. The beautiful thing is, it worked out the way it was supposed to work out. There were 8 attendees, and it allowed for such rich and deep conversations and reflections. There is no way that that would have happened with 20 people. So that was one of my learnings. Sometimes we have this grand vision, but sometimes it's only meant for a certain number of people at that time. Because what I found is things like this that require healing and sharing your voice, it has to happen when it's right for that person. It has to happen when they're ready to receive. So things worked out the way that they were supposed to. It was a 5-hour event. However, it seemed like the time went by so fast, and the attendees even said that they couldn't believe it, how fast 5 hours went by. I was very grateful for that. That means I did my job. But it also means that they really got something out of it, which I'm so grateful for. Hosting my first live in-person event was exhilarating. I was a little nervous at first because I didn't know how people would respond. I didn't know if people would really be interested in combining journaling and podcasting together. You know, there are folks out there who have never journaled before. There may be folks who don't like podcasts or don't really understand the benefits of being able to listen to a podcast. You just never know. So that was one of the things that made me a little nervous, but I really believed in my vision, in my dream. As I mentioned, I had really high hopes about being able to reach a large number of people. But you know what? I reached who I needed to reach. My hope is that I am able to host the Healing Pen and a Mic journaling and podcast workshop for the cancer community again, multiple times throughout 2026. I am in the process of trying to figure out how to be able to continue to offer high quality at no cost for attendees. So that is one of the things that I'm working on. If anyone out there listening has ideas about way that I can raise funds, if you are someone who is interested in supporting and investing in this mission to bring podcasting and journaling to the cancer community, please feel free to reach out to me. I will have all my contact information in the show notes for this episode. If you're interested in being a sponsor where I can come out into your community, your organization, and host the Healing Pen and a Mic journaling and podcast workshop for individuals and families going through cancer, even survivors, I would love to talk with you. Now I want to transition to what this micro podcast is really about. For the upcoming micro episodes, you are going to hear from 3 cancer survivors. They have faced different kinds of cancers. They are from different walks of life, and they will share their stories and experiences with cancer. They will also talk about their healing journeys and so much more. 2 of the episodes were recorded live at the Mali Center right after the workshop. You'll hear directly from the hearts of our participants. Thank you so much for listening to the intro to the Healing Pen and a Mic companion podcast. Thank you so much for joining me on the behind the scenes look at the birth of the Healing Pen and a Mic workshop and companion podcast. This is just the beginning. I encourage you to subscribe and follow so that you don't miss upcoming interviews. It is so important to stay connected, especially when you are going through challenges in life. And that is what the Healing Pen and a Mic workshop, as well as this companion podcast, is all about. Follow Navigating Cancer Together to hear these stories, to know when these micro episodes drop. Connect with me on LinkedIn under Talaya Dendy. Also follow me on Instagram, which is cancer doula _ on the other side. And you will be able to find out when the episodes drop. Also, there will be a link to sign up for a newsletter so you can be the first to learn when new episodes drop. So be sure to check out the show notes for this episode and the following episodes to learn about all the different ways that you can stay connected. As I always say, until next time, let's keep navigating cancer together.